My presentation will show how the construction of buildings can be part of building a community. This is a current view of the Milwaukee Art Museum, which is made up of 4 buildings: the Milwaukee War Memorial and Milwaukee Art Center, the Collar Building Extension, the Quadracci Pavilion, and the Atrium Addition and Renovation. As you can see from the timeline, it shows a history of how the museum came to be today and goes back all the way to the 1800s. In the 1800s, Milwaukee was a growing city with many industries, including iron and steel. As you can see, the city grew rapidly from 1840 to 1880. The population increased by almost 200,000 people during this time. Frederick Layton was a businessman that also had an art collection. He opened his own art gallery in 1988. Around the same time, the Milwaukee Art Institute opened. The Layton Art Gallery and the Milwaukee Art Institute were part of the promoting culture in the city. Eero Saarinen was a modern architect chosen to design the Milwaukee War Memorial for veterans. The War Memorial sits on a bluff overlooking Lake Michigan in a prominent location, as seen in the top left photo. The Roman numerals seen on the building in the bottom right photo actually represent the dates that the U.S. was in World War II and the Korean War. I've put in this video by Gary Wetzel, a veteran, explaining what the memorial means to local veterans, and it's only 6 minutes long, so you can look at it later or at the end. There's a variety of art exhibits, events, and educational programs like the Donate and Decorate, which is a toy drive, suicide prevention program, and an actual steel beam from the World Trade Center. There's a variety of community gatherings from the 4th of July, social meetings, and Vet Fest, and more. This is Peg Bradley. She had a collection of 600 modern art pieces that she wanted to share with the public. She gave over $1 million towards an addition to the art museum, and Brutalis architect David Collar was chosen to design the addition, which was the first of 3. Here are 3 examples of artwork that she put on display in the museum, and all these pieces are all known worldwide, and these are just some examples of what's shown in the museum. This is a world-famous Quadracci Pavilion, which put Milwaukee on the international map, so to speak. It was designed by innovative, world-famous Santiago Calatrava. One extra piece of info is that he also designed the St. Louis Arc. The construction was supervised by our own Purdue alumni, Stephen Chamberlain. Here are some examples of the artistry of the pavilion, and all of these curves were actually formed by hand. This is a Windhover Hall in the pavilion. It hosts yoga, kids' story time, weddings, and other events. On the lower right side of this picture, you can see where the concrete is crumbling, and there's also mold. It needed repair and updating, and it needs for some more exhibits space. Here's a picture of the construction and what it looks like now, with an entrance making accessible from the lakefront. There's a photography exhibit now, along with a new art museum and cafe. These buildings have allowed for the Milwaukee community to build and come together for the arts, learning, sharing, experiencing, and other cultures. Here are some videos of the aerial view of the museum, and thank you very much.